yeah, that's it. The stream started. Like I don't know what you guys. Well, not the stream, the podcast.
Oh, um,
There's no
hi.
fancy introduction or anything like that. It's just like we're
Hey
starting.
guys, this is Bill. This is Bill Bears out. First podcast. First podcast. Their first podcast, guys. Remember to like and subscribe.
Uh, Austin, do you want to say anything? Do you want to add to this?
Austin,
Perfect. So it's just us
Austin,
two.
where are you, Austin? He's like, I've got so. He texts one of us. I've got severe stage fright.
I think he said he wants to go get some water or use the bathroom. One of those two.
Oh. So,
So, what do you
well,
want to talk about?
what was the last thing we were talking about? I fucking forgot. Oh, wait, can you please move over there?
Let's see.
Thank
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't think I'd get this far.
Yeah, no, I didn't think I'd make it this far either. Yet somehow here we are.
Yeah. The last thing we were talking about was trying to figure out how to do a video platform. For now, this is what we're doing.
Yeah. Okay. So, welcome to the podcast. That I didn't think that would even happen, but yeah, here we are.
Yeah.
Garrett is being a simp. Austin is just gone. Josh is just off the face of the earth right now,
Rip.
and Anthony. Yeah, Anthony's just gone.
Yeah.
Should we call him?
Austin?
No, Anthony.
Anthony. I tried texting him. He's off doing some other shit. I don't know what he's doing, dude. I don't want to bother the guy.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
I texted him like for 2 things today. He didn't respond. I'm like, all right, dude. It's all good.
All right, fair enough. All right. So, where are we going from
Yeah.
now?
So this is the first episode of multiracial group of college kids talk about
And we're just gonna talk about random things.
whatever.
I do want to avoid the bias for as long as humanly possible because that is basically what
the
everyone's
most,
talking
the most
about.
obvious thing.
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna
most
wait. I'm gonna
obvious
say that
thing
for
that
episode
everything-
2.
Episode 2. Yeah.
Oh, I'm back.
Oh, okay, good. Austin's back. All right, so
Yeah, Austin, you're like one of those guys in the podcast who like arrive like late, and like the main guys are like, all right, so the main guy like he's supposed to be here, but he's late, and then he comes late and he's like, hey guys, sorry I'm late, and they're like, hey man, you're late. So yeah, Austin, you're that guy.
Austin. Oh, hold on. Hey, man, you're late.
Yeah,
Did I
about
get it right,
that.
John?
Okay, now on time.
No, you're not. You're still late. In fact, you are even later now because you left and rejoined.
Alright.
Even more late now. Anyway, so what do you guys want to talk about? Like anything on your mind or whatnot?
I don't know. Like I said, I didn't think I'd get this far.
Great.
Let's try to hit an hour. What are we at right now?
Probably like 3 minutes.
4 minutes.
Oh,
Hey, dude, that's farther than we thought we'd go.
Oh, good. All right,
Yeah. So let's branch off of the virus. You guys, would you guys consider yourself preppers?
You mean a gray man?
Yeah, I mean like outdoorsmen, prepared guys, gray men, preppers. They're all kind of different degrees of kind of a similar, I don't know what you call it, kind of person, a prepared person. I believe you're one of those guys, and I would consider you one of those or many of those. You're a jack of all trades in general.
Well, I mean, like I said, I kind of have to be a jack of all trades. It's like the saying goes, like a jack of all trades and master of none is just, but it's better than just a master of one, you know?
Yeah, well, you're a master of few, and you're a jack of all trades.
Well, yeah,
For 20, how old are you? 21, 22?
21.
Yeah, I mean
What?
that's
What? You don't know how old I am, man? Your best friend.
dude.
The
You know
guy-
what? My coworker asked me, "How old are you?" And I said I forgot. This was the other week, Ed. So you get
Oh, I don't know.
so just the fact that I
What year
remember
is it?
that you're 21 or 22, consider that an honor, okay?
Okay, fine. Just remember, we're about the same age.
Yeah.
The only difference is that I'm just like a couple months, like I'm a few months older than you. That's it.
Yeah.
And then we
Austin,
got Austin over here, who's like a year older than both of us.
Yeah.
And I'm a mess.
Austin's the boomer. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding. You're not a boomer.
Yeah, hold on. I'm changing your nickname because I just do not like it.
Wait, can I change my nickname?
Yeah, you can.
Wait.
There, Austin.
Uh,
Now you're
yes,
a
I
mess.
am a mess.
A mess. How do I? I don't know how to
Right click.
change.
Right click. Okay, so you right click your If
Profile?
you
Oh, I changed nickname.
yeah, change the nickname.
Okay. Let me see.
You like this?
Okay, and we are approaching the 6:30 mark right now.
Wow, guys, we're going places.
Oh my god.
Such progress.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make a Google
Oh my
Doc, and you guys
God.
can all see the cringe that this is. You know, John, I don't know what else I was expecting. I really don't.
All right, for anyone listening, I changed my nickname from Fine Filipino Friend that Ed said it as, and I changed it to the Lenny Face.
God fucking damn it.
Hey, you can't say you're disappointed.
No, I can't. I really can't.
Austin, would you say you're like a prepper?
I'm the exact opposite.
You're underprepared?
So you're a panicker.
Yeah. No, I haven't really panicked, to be honest.
There is no in between.
I mean, I haven't freaked out over the virus.
Yes.
Okay, no, not even concerning the virus, just in general. How do I say this?
So have you? So
You're-
like, have you actually done anything to help you and your family out regarding the virus?
Go and buy the stuff that they panicked about, but that's pretty much it.
Oh, like what?
Oh, you know, the essentials. Pretty
Okay,
much.
perfect. That perfectly describes what you got at the store. You
Beans
know, the
1 and
essentials.
beans 2. That's pretty much the essentials in this house. Beans
No, I'm not even talking about the virus. I'm just talking about like in general. Are you the kind of like okay, so like let's say like a prepper might have like a go bag in the house, you know. Do you have anything like that? Do you have like
Okay, Austin. Let me put it this way: if shit hits the fan, you only have about You have about a minute to leave your home right now. Do you have like a bag that you could just put that has like things for you to go out and survive, or you know, like things that you could just put stuff in and on your way out the door, or what?
I got a better question. Okay, the apocalypse hits today. How fucked are you? It lasts for a month.
pretty fucked because I bet you $5 my mother will lock the door and be so excited about the apocalypse.
Wow.
Oh, okay. So for those who don't know, his mother is a religious nut, meaning that literally she will translate anything and almost everything that happens in the real world to biblical events. Like this virus, she believed that it was just like what Jesus Christ's second awakening, but didn't she do the same thing
No
back in
way.
2012 when that thing was so
You serious?
I can't remember.
Well, that was 8 years ago, man. How do you not remember?
I pretty much forgot my high school years.
Well, this wasn't high school. This was middle school. You should have been 13. Oh yeah, that was high school for you.
hmm
I'm
He
I'm
is
a theist. I'm a theist, but I would say everything's better in moderation.
I'm atheist with a reason.
Yeah,
That's
and
fine.
And I forgot I forgot the term that they used to describe me, but I'm basically
You're
that
agnostic.
agnostic. Yeah.
I'm like I consider myself Christian agnostic, which is like a weird term, but I consider myself I actually consider myself agnostic before I'm Christian, but I would say on the scale of like Zoomers, I'm I can be pretty religious.
Okay, Zoomer.
Yeah.
And Garrett, we'll ask him when he gets here. We'll ask him again in about 2 years and see if anything's changed.
Pretty
Who?
much.
Garrett.
Oh yeah, it's so give him another year.
Okay.
Yeah, our boy Garrett.
And turns out Anthony is also very religious too. It's just that
He's
not at the level that Garrett is. Or
He's
let
Christian.
me rephrase that. He's private about it.
Okay,
Casual?
Garrett's an ideologue, right? He's very radical in the way he thinks. From what I can see, Anthony is not.
Yeah,
You know
I'm
what I
not
mean?
I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but the thing is, so sometimes it could be better just to adopt a different approach to certain things.
Yeah, I mean, like, I got respect for the guy. He's my brother.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I'm more than willing to say that I'd be more than happy to take a bullet for him if necessary, and I know he would do the same for me. But
of course, me too.
you
But at
know,
the same time, it's like,
if
Yeah, it is
anything
what it
works out, it'll go right through me and enter him. You know, take both of us
Yeah.
out at the same time. Because,
yeah. No, Garrett's a really good friend. He always has been.
he's more of a brother. For me to say, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but for me to say that you guys are like friends, it's kind of an insult. You guys are brothers to me. You've earned that title, really.
Say again, man. I'm sorry. I think what you're saying was deep, but you were cutting off. Something about.
yeah, you guys are more like brothers. For me to say that you guys are friends is kind of an insult at this
Of
point.
course. Yeah, you guys are my brothers.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Austin's just more like,
No.
hey, I'm just glad I don't have to stick with a sister anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, Austin, you're like my good acquaintance. I see you, I'm like, hey, what's up, man? What you doing?
Pretty much.
Nice to see you, man.
I have a feeling that's Austin's relationship with pretty much everyone in the group other than me.
That's fine.
Pretty much.
That's fine. You guys have known each other longer than I've.
Yeah, like so I've known Austin. Oh my god, it's been 8 years already.
Yeah, pretty
You
much.
know, yes. So I mean, we gotta fill up time somehow. Like we're only at 13 minutes. Okay, so I might as well go into the backstory of how I met Austin. So I remember meeting Austin. It was high school. Most of my friends who are no longer talk to you anymore, but at the time we were close. They moved to different schools, which really sucked. And so I was kind of all alone during PE. Well, I got changed really quick because I was really self-conscious about my body. So I figured, the less time I spend in there, the better.
Mm-hmm.
And Austin and our buddy Tristan would do the same thing. They would just get ready and they'll get out of the locker room as soon as possible, and just we'll just talk for a while. Well, one day I've overheard them talking about some video game, and I happen to know a few things about it, and we just kind of picked up a conversation from there. And it just kind of all went uphill, downhill, spiraled like sideways from there, and somehow we're here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. Like honestly, after that initial point, it kind of solidified like how this friendship's gonna result. Kind of like our friendship, John.
What about our friendship?
How did it all start, and where's we at right now? It like just by the first encounter with you and me specifically, there's no way that it should have evolved past that point. But yet somehow here we are. So do you want to tell that story?
I don't know how I'm still friend. I don't know how I'm still your friend. I've probably told this story like 20 times, but fuck it. We were at Insight Interactive,
so it's it was an indoor airsoft place.
Yeah, so it was our local field at the time.
Which is now Battle Labs.
Yeah,
which I still refuse
it's
to
now
go to
Shill
for
Labs.
now. More than one reason. Go on.
Fucking Shill Labs. Anyways, so at the time, my whole life, I was a really bad germaphobe because I grew up around people with OCD. So germs was like a really big problem with me. Like I had severe anxiety about it. It was just it was like you couldn't get me to do a push-up ever. Like I would fight you.
So
And
this extreme
when I
germaphobe is going airsofting, and his buddy Garrett at the time said, "Hey man, I invited someone else. I think he might be pretty chill or whatever."
and I met him one time before we went here, but so
Yeah,
I met him at
I just
school.
said hi, and that's it.
Yeah, it was basically, hey, what's up, man? And then I saw him at Insight. We met up at Insight with Garrett. And I didn't talk to the guy much because I was always a quiet dude.
Yeah, but we
and
had a few moments, like even we were just like beginning to know each other. Like we kind of had like somewhat of an instant connection. Like for instance, you trusted me with your gun, and say, "Hey Ed, can you hold on to this real quick?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, hold on." Yeah, sure. And I set my gun down, my rental, which comes into play a little bit later. But I had to rent a gun. It was an MP5, but it had a whole bunch of duct tape around it, and I set it down on the ground. I grabbed his gun, and I'm using that to kind of like cover myself to make sure that if Garrett comes around the corner, I can hit him because it was like a 2v1. And I had paintball experience, no airsoft experience, and I guess you guys just wanted to see how well I did. And you came to me and said, "Hey Ed, can you hold on to this real quick?" And you're referring to your gun. I said, "Yeah, sure." So I put my gun down, I hold yours, I'm just like watching a corner, and I see you pull out a foam hatchet, which at the time your call sign was Hatchet, and you just run around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to tell the audience what you did around that corner?
Yeah. Yeah, it was funny. I just it was a small day, so it was just us three. Like,
yeah,
it was
at the
really
very beginning,
funny.
it was just us three, which was amazing.
So I rush around super quietly because I weigh 120 pounds, 115 pounds at a time. I don't weigh much more now, but anyways,
I think you graduate to like a 130, and that's pretty much it.
And I think anyways, I sneak around like halfway across the map. It's a small map. And I take out my Nerf hatchet because I'm a fucking nerd. And you can do melee at almost any airsoft field. And back then,
at the time,
this is at that point when Nerf had that zombie strike thing.
Yeah, back then you could use ridiculous shit because fields were more chill, and I used my Nerf hatchet. Field refs were cool with it, and I dashed him one.
You ran up to him and get him one.
Yeah, I fucking dashed him in the shoulder or the neck. I forgot. Not that hard. And then I just walk away super smug. And all Ed sees is...
So from my perspective, I'm still holding a corner with John's gun. And I just hear, out of the distance, I hear Garrett yell, "Fuck!" And then around the same corner that John ran around, I see him walking back. And despite him having a full mask, I can still see the smug look on his face. As he's walking back towards me with his hatchet in hand, like not without a care in the world.
Yeah, and that was really our first, I would say our first moment of bonding, but also kind of the first moment,
the second moment I still want to say is part of that game where I think we set ourselves to each have 5 lives, and you went through all yours. Garrett was on his last one, and I still had one more. And do you remember that little corner right next to spawn? That incomplete wall corner.
I do.
Yeah.
Do you mean the infamous ref tower?
Garrett was in that little cubby corner, looking for me. If he looks to the left, he sees down one hallway. He looks to the right, he sees the only other entrance to the area he's at. And you see him, and he's like, "Oh god, I don't know how Ed's gonna do this." And then all of a sudden, you see me pop up right behind Garrett.
Yeah.
And you look at me, and I could tell you're smiling because you realize Garrett doesn't know about this. So I tried to as sneaky as quiet as I can. I tried to walk around him, but I think I ended up hitting the wall, and just yelled "bang bang" as soon as I could.
Good times.
Yeah. So anyway,
hey,
Ed. Go ahead. So
sorry, what happened?
So no, you said "Hey Ed," and I said "Go
ahead." Oh, my bad. You were cutting off. Were you still telling the story?
Yeah. Well, basically the little cubby corner where I snuck behind Garrett and bang banged. But now, after that game, that's where really kind of. Oh, I am lagging. So, okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna cut that out. But anyway, after that game, was a real test of whether or not we're gonna be good friends or distant enemies. So, I think it'd be better from your perspective, John.
I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the first told was cut off.
Okay, so just tell us what happened after that game.
Oh yeah. So then we're in the waiting area, the lobby basically. We're getting ready for the next game. We're drinking water. We're loading our guns. And Ed's super new. I think this was your first or second game.
This is
right?
this is the second time I've actually ever been there. That was the second time I've been airsofting.
Yeah. So still pretty new.
Yeah.
So because of that, you were using a rental. Those things are probably the dirtiest thing in that building. Because it's checked by everyone and people, they fucking sweat and shit, and then gets on the gun. So, anyways, I'm standing there loading my guns, and Ed's got a little flashlight duct taped to his rental gun, and he takes off the flashlight. He takes out the duct tape.
It was around the stock, but go on.
Yeah, and he's like, "Hey, John, what?" And before I get a chance to even look up, he shoves the tape onto my lips, and I don't remember what you said because it was a blur. Because all I could remember was the sheer emotion I felt from the oh, Josh is answering. Hold up.
Okay. So what I think I said something along the lines of, can you hold on to this real quick? And
yeah, man.
And so what ended up happening? Now, John was a huge germaphobe at the time. He was getting a little bit better, but he was still pretty bad.
Oh, we're in that podcast.
This guy who you've never met before, who had like 1 or 2 airsoft moments with, you maybe like 3 at most, just put some dirty duct tape that was around a rental gun for God knows how long over his mouth.
All right, so Josh said he's coming in.
Okay, cool. So I just continue the story from my perspective, but I just put the tape over your mouth. What did he do after that?
Oh, I don't remember. What did I do?
Yeah, I think you rushed to the bath. You didn't just like quietly excuse yourself to the bathroom.
I took it off and I was just like, Ed, and I didn't say anything else. I just
did that just come
ripped it off my face and I ran to the bathroom and I scrubbed my face.
Do you want the infamous smile? Doing the infamous smile.
Infamous. Yeah. Also, Austin, you're no longer the late guy. Josh is the guy.
Awesome.
Austin, you're now the fashionably late guy.
You're now the fashionably late guy.
Josh?
No, Austin just left. Austin, stop trying to give yourself sympathy or whatever. Stop making people feel bad about you.
Hey Ed.
Right.
What?
Ed. Okay, so I've got another thing. So knowing your personality, you're very much a centrist. You're also a little bit of a traditionalist. Would you agree or disagree? A little bit, right?
A little bit. It's mostly because, like, if I don't really see anything wrong with the current system, I'm not really going to go against it in that form of traditionalism. But, I'm also not opposed to the idea of change. Like, I'm a very reformed traditionalist, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. That's why I'm honestly kind of surprised with like your airsoft loadout. So when you first began, you wore what like a typical like new guy would wear. So you had like the Pasket helmet.
I had the 70 SWAT helmet. I had basically just like all like stereotypical new gear stuff. And
then you wear like home like whatever everyday clothes, right? Just rugged like cargo pants and
cargo pants. Well, the main reason why I wore cargo pants is mostly because like that's what Garrett said that our team quote unquote loadout was. But
it worked though.
Yeah, it did, and I actually kept that look for like years.
Yeah. So like knowing your personality, I don't know if it, as opposed to when we were younger in high school, everyone there was liberal, progressive, like insanely progressive, that if you're anything but that, you just end up looking like a traditionalist. I honestly thought that if you look at the oh wait, I sent it to the wrong fucking chat.
Yeah, you did.
Hold on. It won't let me change.
Do you want me to look at that?
Yeah, I'm trying to change to
John. Okay. Click on OG Meme Lords, the text.
Hold on.
Either way, man, I see it on my screen. That's all that matters.
Anyways, Ed, I honestly thought that your personality, for what I knew, longest time, I thought that your loadout would end up looking something like that.
Oh,
But I was really surprised that later on, as you started building your loadout, it actually ended up looking more new style. I sent it in the wrong chat again, just fucking go.
Dude,
You ended up looking more like this.
I am like 80% sure that this came from Arma.
It's Arma 3.
Okay.
Good old Arma.
Yeah, but I was surprised when I saw like all your gear was new, like super, like you could call it trending.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say it's like, okay, so I understand newish, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's like brand new. Like I just, you know me, you know, I'm not that type of guy who would just like do whatever with his gear and throw it around. Like I took really good care of my gear. Like my M16, I've had that thing for 7 years now. And it's only failed. It's literally broke down on me because of my own negligence once, because I just didn't know how to take proper care of it. Since then, the only time it's ever broken down on me is just because the tech working on it that I paid money for screwed it up somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, so you use what works for you.
Yeah, I use what works. You know, like I'm not the type of person who would. Okay, so the reason why I wore BDUs for the longest time. Well, it's just because I wanted to try something new. That's pretty much half of it. Also wanted to get desert. That's why I didn't bother with the multicam much, because well, for me, multicam kind of looks a little bit too green. And since we're kind of in a desert, and I love going to the desert, I figured, you know, like desert digital might work a little bit better for me.
Yeah.
And the only reason why it said desert digital is because when I went to the store, when I went to Glaze Sports that one day to get a new BDU top to protect my arms without overheating, that's the only like desert camo that they had. They didn't even have the plain tan one at the time. That if they had plain tan, I would have gone for that instead. But desert digital just kind of worked for me, and I just kind of kept that look for a while, and now I need to change it again. Probably gonna.
You're gonna get the same exact loadout, just better sized, or what?
Yeah. Well, I'm probably just gonna go with plain tan.
Say again?
I'm probably just gonna go with plain tan or coyote brown. Probably just
cool.
Gonna skip the digital part, because although I love it, the thing is those that like, you know me, like I like I'm more of a simple man, you know. I don't need anything too flashy, and I know people are gonna say, well, Desert Digital isn't flashy enough, but I just kind of like the look of solid colors, you know.
I actually thought that your loadout, for your personality, your loadout was relative to like how long I've tried, just like, because you know what I mean. Like, I know you use what works for you, but the loadout that you had, like if you looked at relative to like any other given field, a lot of other people just so happen to be wearing that. And I'm not accusing you of like hopping on like bandwagons. I was just surprised to see you wear something.
You're just surprised that it actually happened.
Because you don't care about what other people think.
Oh no, well yeah, you're right. I really don't. Not, like now I guess I kind of do need to care about what I think, but that's just because of the professional aspect of my life now. But other than that,
well, that's like on a utilitarian lens. That's like, yeah, you should care about it to an extent, but like to an extent, it's not an emotion.
Yeah, you know, like I'm not like, I mean, I couldn't care less what people think on me online. Like, this is gonna go up one way or another.
Yeah.
So I think we got past the point of me caring about what other people think about me. And Josh is now late to the whole podcast. And my brother is calling.
Dude, this is like
that would have been like a funny intro.
Ivan?
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, sure, just give me a minute. Yeah. Let me just grab these and I'll be out there in a second. Bye.
Okay, that's better.
Ed, you're muted.
I think it's for a reason.
Josh, you're like one of those guys in the podcast who like they open up with the podcast and like, hey, our guest is late. So we're just gonna talk until he comes in because this is the normal time we start. And then the guy comes in and he's like, hey, you're late. And then he's like, yeah, I'm sorry guys, I'm late. So that's you right now, man. You're late.
Oh yeah, sorry man. Yeah, I was late. I'm here now.
I like how he just admitted it.
Dude, we did this. I said this Austin. He was like a 3 minutes, like after 8 p.m. he got in. I said the same exact thing.
And I did this.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, at least you weren't as late as me.
Wait, what? Wait, do a picture.
I'm still in the podcast. What's up, man?
Do a picture.
Picture. You want me to send a picture?
No, like a picture on your thing.
What do you want me to do? Send a picture?
Not like.
Put a profile picture? Nah, I'm just gonna keep it default. I already have Lenny.
I want you to do it, Lenny.
What if I just make Lenny face my profile?
You could.
Okay. My little brother just walked in the
Oh, I see. Hey, what's up, Jaden?
Oh, hi.
When's the next time we're playing Roblox? I need to get revenge on you for the last time.
Why?
What'd you do?
What did I do?
Well, let me see. I think the last time we played, what was it? The paintball. It was the paintball game, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay, so it was the paintball game, and you know, I clearly had the jump on you. This is when I started out with the really bad gun. I think that everybody starts out with.
The Dookie gun.
And the Dookie gun, yes.
The poop gun?
Yes. Yeah. So I have the
Yeah,
jump.
he's gotta go. My mom's calling him.
Oh, okay, never mind. We'll get revenge later or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Ed, are you there? I gotta call Ed. I gotta see if he's okay.
Dang, where did he go?
I have no idea. Is he okay? Did he say something happened? Did his mom call him?
He's in a call.
He's in the call, but he's muted.
No. He has a phone call. That he's taking
Oh, okay.
Okay, bye. No, he just had to move his car for his parents. Okay.
Oof.
Oh, okay, that makes
Okay,
sense.
we're talking about airsoft loadouts right now. Even to especially you and me, Josh. What's your opinion on airsoft right now?
Airsoft, I think, is at a pretty. I wouldn't say like it's not necessarily dead. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it didn't suffer the downfall it did like it did. What was it, like 2017?
What are we talking about?
2015 with MIA.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
talking about MIA now. Okay.
No, we're talking about Josh's opinion on airsoft. He's trying to find a word for it, but he's saying it's not dead.
And like, it's not completely dead, but it's not really like an
it's
active
not,
sport.
well,
Like,
it's not really alive either. It's more like
Just
like,
there.
It's the stage right before life support. Let's just say that.
You know what I call it? I call it it's hit saturation, where the market, it's reached a point where the competition is so vast that the only people who get everything for the cheapest prices for the highest innovation are the customers. And then drama has hit a peak so hard that
Ooh,
everybody was involved,
absolutely.
and then it went down. And now it's it's at a
Absolutely.
slow pace.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
absolutely, yeah. I think that's, or like, yeah. I think kind of see like you said, Jonathan. I kind of see that's where airsoft is right now. It's just really, really saturated. I still love the game. I still love it. Like, if I could, like, now that I have time, you know, that's different. But if I definitely had time during the year, I would definitely go probably almost every weekend.
Yeah.
Same.
I mean, how
Well,
far are you
if
from
we had time and
CQB
money?
City?
That is.
Yeah, that too.
Are you far from CQB City in San Jose?
Oof, man, yeah, I'm kind of far from from CQB City. I think that's like a good hour or two drive away.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But for me, like, it doesn't matter because we used to make those drives all the time to what is now Jungle Island,
Mhm.
Ew.
and then Code Red, of course. Me and Ed would occasionally make those trips all the time. And, you know-
what would happen is that either you would get dropped off at my place or I would go pick you up.
Yeah,
But
you
yeah,
know,
but at most,
It's-
but like again, like no matter how we do it though, it should only be like at most it'll be like an hour and a half journey. So
yeah.
yeah,
Dude.
depending on traffic.
It's ironic because now I live 15 or 30 minutes from Code Red and SC, and I just don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
I just thought like airsoft is cool, but it's just I want. I'm just.
All that proves is that the drive itself wasn't the problem. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all you moving closer proved. Like,
Yeah.
because like now that you're closer, yeah, I mean, you know, if you're still really into airsoft, you'll probably have more of an excuse to go because you live so close. But at the same time, though, if you're not going as much, then the drive, then you know the amount of time it takes for you to get there, and you know how much it costs in gas and stuff like that, it's no longer an issue for you because, like you said, you only live 20-30 minutes away.
Yeah. It's just Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Hello?
Yes.
There you go. Okay. I don't know, man. It hit a point of saturation where it's like, you know when a meme is dead and then it's beyond dead and then it comes back as ironic?
Oh,
Yes.
like whenever, so like every time that we go on our trips, I keep saying Cash Money.
Yeah, like that. Like that. That's like airsoft to me. It's like, oh man. It's like beat to the ground twice. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. It's like, I know it's all in my head and it's a fucking game. And when I do go, it is fun. It's just too, I don't know, man. It's more fun when I get friends to do it and not everybody is always available.
Yeah.
That is
No,
true.
I agree with
I
that.
get that. I get that.
I mean, we're in college now. We have jobs.
Exactly.
Dude,
I'll have them
okay,
on
so
time.
so like, okay, you guys work at retail, and you should get your schedule like either probably the week of, normally, right?
We're supposed to get it 2 weeks ahead, unless you have a dick.
Yeah, I know, but like I know the circumstances and stuff like that. What about you, Josh?
Yeah,
How
but
soon do you
I get
your
mine a
schedule?
day before the week starts.
I usually get my schedule probably like a month ahead. They usually like weekly send the schedule just to remind everybody when they have to come in. But I usually get it like a month ahead.
Okay,
Damn,
so
Josh, you're living life.
It is.
okay, yeah, but that's just because you guys work retail. You see, I work as a researcher, so I'm a research assistant. So like my schedule, it's really varied. Like for instance, I remember one time I wanted to go airsofting during the summer, and I invited my buddy Wyatt from college there.
Mhm.
Everything was going well, and I told my boss, hey, just let you know, I'm going to be in Paris, California from this like pretty much all day that day, so I won't be able to answer your phone calls or do any form of help until really late that night. And they're like, oh yeah, that's fine, Ed. So like, okay, the day before I did my work, I showed my boss what I did, and he says, okay, that's good, thank you very much, and that's it. And so I started getting ready. Now I usually get up around 6 a.m. to get dressed, get ready, and leave the house. And I was gonna meet my buddy Wyatt there, so I didn't have to pick anyone up. I just needed to drive to Paris.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna try to ignore the Lenny faces right now. But what ended up happening? Now I spent a few hours the night before preparing. I was gonna go sleep around. I was planning on sleeping around 11. So I was preparing. I just got my batteries on the charger, got all my ammo, my magazines in my bag, and the only thing I just needed to do in the morning was just get dressed, put my charger in my bag, and just put all my stuff in the car and leave. My boss calls me at 10:38 p.m.
Uh-huh.
Says, Ed, we have an emergency. Can you help me? I'm like, okay, what do you need? And I'm thinking to myself, okay, hopefully it's something that I might be able to knock out in about 30 minutes to an hour. Oh yeah, listen. So we just ran some calculations. Turns out one of your coworkers messed up severely, and I need a reliable person to fix the calculations, to fix the data and get better results. I'm like, okay, of what data? All of it.
Oh my god.
And now, so I'm just running a particular format analysis on like, I was given like 5 sets of data, and I was supposed to run a particular format of analysis that tells me that at the end it tells me how significant each variable to that format analysis is, and I wanted to make sure that I do the analysis in such a way, or change the code in such a way to where every single variable I put in there is at least at 90% confident in, so therefore it is significant enough to where it goes in there. The thing is that there's no set way of doing it, so it's a lot of trial and error. And
Oh my god.
so what I had to do was do that, and once I found one, I'm like, cool, that's great. I got to do it 3 more times. And for one of these things, it could easily take you like 2 hours. I still had to get up and get ready at 6 a.m. and leave my house no later than 6:30.
Would you end up telling that?
I said yes because it was my boss, and 2, I didn't think it would take this long. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna say yes and then later turn around and say no.
I mean, what did you say to the guy from school? Who
Oh no,
like,
okay. So let me continue my story, and you'll find out what happened. So 6 a.m. I told him the field opens at 8, so just be there around 7:30. And he says, "Hey Ed," and he says, "Hey, just to let you know, I'm gonna grab some breakfast in the morning. Do you want anything?" I said, "Yes, please. Can you pick me up some breakfast and maybe some coffee, and I'll provide the lunch." And that was kind of the general agreement. Anyway, so I finished the analysis the night before I went airsofting. Everything's going good. I finish. I'm gonna ask you guys. What time do you guys think I finished at?
Okay, so you said you started at 6 in the morning, right?
No, I was supposed to leave at 6 in the morning. I started doing this analysis at 11
Okay, so you started at 11
p.m. The night before.
Okay, so started at 11 p.m.
What
the
time
night
do you think
before.
I finished?
So you started at 11 p.m. yesterday, right?
Not yesterday. This was like during the summer.
Okay, it was during the summer, but the day before you had to go airsofting.
Yeah,
correct?
the day before. Like, let's just say like today I had to go airsofting, so therefore yesterday I started at 11.
Okay, so you started at 11. And based on the direction this is going, I would have to say maybe 6 to 7 p.m.
I finished at 5:58 p.m. a.m.
Oh,
I got a healthy 2 minutes of sleep.
Damn, that's a lot for you, man.
Yeah.
oh my god.
I then you know, 2 minutes. Like my head hit the pillow. I swear to God, my alarm went off immediately. So I got dressed, and I get all my stuff ready, and I put everything in the car. I give Wyatt a call, and by some miracle he picks up, and he says, "Hey Ed, yeah, I just got up, man. Is everything okay?" I was like, "Yeah, man, we're still on." And he says, "Hey, we're still on for today, right?" And I said, "Yeah." Address is the same, all the stuff. Confirm the details, and I said, "Hey, man, listen, my boss did this to me, and I just finished my analysis. I finished my analysis like 30 minutes ago, so I didn't get any sleep last night. Is there any chance?" Like, I'll pay you back and everything, but is there any chance that you might be able to go to, like, when you go to fill up on gas, can you go inside and pick me up a Red Bull or some form of an energy drink just so I can stay awake? And he's like, yeah, sure. So I drive over there. I didn't bother filling up on gas because I filled it up the night before, and I just wanted to get to Code Red as safe as possible. So I drove there immediately. And by the time I got there, Wyatt was already there. He was just waiting for me. And at this time, it was like 7:20 in the morning now. So we put all of our stuff down, and he literally looks at me and says, "Ed, I got to be honest with you. You look like shit." And he wasn't wrong in the slightest. I put myself down. We ate. I downed that coffee and downed that Red Bull, and I was able to go airsofting for the rest of the day, and it was fun until the very end, where if I had been more alert and more awake and more well rested, I'm pretty sure this wouldn't have happened. But
yeah,
I try to. Okay, so there's the side with Code Red Redemption. That was where the final game was. I decided to vault over a fence, and I've done this multiple times where the fence will stay in place. There's nothing wrong with it. I just vaulted over so as to save time from running around.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't clear the fence. My foot got caught, and when my right foot got caught on the fence, and when I landed on my left foot ended up getting I ended up rolling my left ankle.
Oh, that's worse than being through trips a lot. Ooh.
Yeah, and so I was like, oh god, I can't move my. Oh god, this hurts a lot. It's a good thing I am wearing boots, so like I didn't break anything, but still it hurt. And game ended. I kind of got up. I got Wyatt helped me get back to my stuff. I took some painkillers and drove home.
You rolled your right ankle or your left ankle?
I rolled my left ankle.
Oh wow! I mean, could have been your right ankle, huh?
I've driven home with a rolled ankle before. It sucks, but I'm just glad that it was just my left. So I get home, I take care of everything, and the painkillers are really kicking in. But the next day, I still had to I still had to drive to my work, so I drove there, and I actually borrowed my dad's like foldable cane just to walk because I really messed up my ankle. And my boss comes in and says, "Ed, what's wrong? Like, are you okay?" And I said, "Oh yeah, remember when you called me at 10:38 p.m. 2 days ago, and I didn't send anything to you until like 6 a.m.? Yeah, I was working on the analysis the whole time. You want to know something else? Yeah, I went airsofting. It's not a good combination. The two aren't very good combination. Whenever you're tired and you're doing a lot of exercise, yeah, you're bound to injure yourself."
Yeah,
I injured myself.
It's waking up early and it's physical exertion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
See, that's the sad thing about the society that we live in is we progress a lot. We get a lot done. We're a really conscious country. I think we get a lot of, there's a lot of innovation in the country. There's a lot of capital produced, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, I think we can all agree that America is definitely comes to productivity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It comes at the cost of what? All of our sleep, right?
I agree with that. Yeah, pretty much.
Don't get me wrong though. Like, if I had to do this again, I would. The thing is, it just really sucked that it did happen. Like,
Yeah.
and also like, there was a reason. Like, I was basically the head researcher at the time, just because of the fact that I was able to do it effectively that no one else was able to. Like,
Well, I'm not saying to blame the situation or anything. Of course, take care of yourself, but still, like, a lot of people don't know that we live in a time where sleep is very prioritized last. Like, when you get a schedule from work, all of us, when you get a schedule from work, they don't care about sleep. Like, we'll close and open if we have to, right? Right, Josh?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Like, how much sleep do you get? Not much, because you still got schoolwork. You still got to go home. You still got to drive. You still got to cook. You still got to eat. You still got to jerk off, right?
right.
Yep, all those things.
Yeah, especially the last one.
Especially the last one, man. I can't
Oh, that I do. That I do it before I go to sleep. Helps you sleep better.
Yeah.
You
Anyways,
get exhausted in the
but I heard somebody quoted, I can't remember who it was, but somebody said, we are now with sleep where we were with cigarettes 100 years ago.
What
Makes
that
sense.
that people are smoking very little.
No, so back then everyone was smoking. Like, everyone thought there was health benefits. Kids were smoking. People were smoking in buildings. No one cared, right? Smoking in public buildings, smoking in their houses, smoking around kids. Right now, jobs don't prioritize sleep. Everybody wants your full attention. School wants your full effort. Work wants your full effort. Your friends, your hobbies. But you need time to sleep, and no job, no function really prioritized. It's output. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it depending on the employer, like the same boss. So like he does realize that whole situation, and honestly, the only reason why he called me up is just because there's no one else available to do it. But there have been times where I told him, "Hey, listen, I got these results for you. They're top notch. We could use them for our research and continue doing what we need to do. But I really got to get some sleep." And he says, "Okay, I will call you back in 10 hours." Like he does.
Right.
Just go ahead and get some sleep. You need to get some rest because you're not going to be as efficient. Like, I know for a fact you will not be as efficient if you don't get any sleep.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Like there have been times where there are some times where the incident I just described with me ended up ultimately injuring myself, and then there have been times where it's like, okay, like he knows that I'm still a human being. He doesn't expect me to be a robot and do these things for him. I keep saying a lot, but Garrett's not here to tell me otherwise, so I'm just gonna do it.
You're fine.
God, stop saying
Dude, this isn't. You're fine. You're fine. It's like saying, you know what I'm saying, man.
No, I'm saying.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I like every time I say that though, I kind of have to grab my crotch a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta.
My pants are sagging a little bit.
Yeah. Is he grabbing his belt? Is he grabbing his gun? Is he grabbing his pants?
Crotch, some unholy combination of all three. We don't know.
Hey, I didn't mention anything about race, by the way.
I didn't say
This could
anything
be
about
any
race
race.
either.
This could be any race.
Yeah.
You know, I know a white guy. I know a white guy who talks. He sounds like a black guy. He like, oh, what up, man? How you doing, man? Because he's from Tennessee.
Oh God.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
if you talk to him and you close your eyes, it sounds like you're talking to like a black guy. But it's so funny because he's 100% like white.
Right.
Oh, just like Sam Smith.
It's so trippy because he works at Foot Locker. He like wears basketball clothes all the time. He like, you know, like that's like his conversation thing. He's always talking about basketball. It's so trippy.
Yeah.
Anyways, we got 6 minutes left until 9 p.m.
Well,
Yeah.
but technically speaking, we have 10 minutes before the podcast 1 hour mark is, but there's nothing saying that we have to stop for 1 hour.
Oh, okay.
Unless-
I
unless
just
you have
realized
time, like,
something.
Go ahead, Josh.
Ed, Jonathan, the both of you spammed my phone with Lenny faces.
Yeah, we did.
Wait, what?
We're,
I don't know how
Austin,
to
you're gonna
necessarily.
spam too. Austin. where were
Oh wait, Austin actually just messaged me asking if I changed my number. And to answer that question, yes, I did. You want to know why? Well, you sent it.
spammed a random number with Lenny faces.
you?
Okay.
Well, no, hold on. No,
Austin,
that doesn't make any sense
Austin.
because how did
Okay,
Austin?
Austin.
Hold on, no. I'm gonna punch a hole
Wait,
through
wait,
that
wait.
story because Austin, how did you get Josh's new number? Asking him if he changed his number.
Well,
he
because
never-
first of all, he
has
didn't
never
text me
told
to my
his new
phone.
number. I
He
just
texted me through Discord.
I
Oh.
spammed a random number with Lenny faces. Oh shoot!
Okay, so yeah, so Austin, I don't know if I told you this, but back, all right, well, technically, it was around December. I usually like listening to music in the shower, and I had this waterproof case that usually protects my phone from like the water.
I'm
But
guessing the
I've known
keyboard
for
is usually in this case.
wait, hold on, just hold on, listen. You're gonna like this. I think I told you already, Ed.
You probably have. I've probably forgotten. Just go ahead.
All right. Anyway, so, you know, damn it, Ed, now you got me saying it. Anyway, so I think it was my mom that called me or something, and I usually have my phone set up on like one of the places where you usually put your shampoo or bar of soap. Afterwards, my phone started to vibrate, and it fell into the bottom of the shower. Now at the time, my shower was kind of clogged, so there's a little bit of water raising. My phone was submerged completely in the water, and when I went to take it out to see if it worked, it fried. It was broke. Never worked again.
Well, that was an awkward conversation.
Okay.
Well, just be happy that number's dead.
Well, it answered. It said, "Who's this?"
Wait, what?
Yes. I was like,
just say I'm so sorry. I thought my friend still had this number. It was an inside joke.
I pretty much just like, "Oh shoot, my bad. I am so sorry."
I thought that number was dead because usually.
I
You know
called
those,
this number and I'm like, I
Ed.
thought you turn off your phone. I was like,
Like,
oh.
like you know those, or like you guys know those Christian people that approach you on campus about their study groups they usually have.
Oh god, I got a whole bunch of stories from my campus. Go on.
So yeah, usually I give my old number out whenever they ask for my number, just because I think it's a dead number.
Oh god. Well, now you know it's not.
All right, I appreciate. Do you happen to know his name, Austin?
I don't know. I haven't. I already blocked the number.
Oh, I'll text him right now. Find
Here,
out.
hold
Wait, I don't even know what number it is
Okay,
now.
guys. Just so you guys know, this is the phone number that you guys could use in case someone ever asks you for your number. You give them that number,
Oh,
and it's literally the rejection hotline number.
Ooh, say less.
Yeah, like give it a call and you'll know exactly what I mean by that. By the way, John, you said do you have to get off at 9 or what?
Hold on. Sorry, I was teaching my little brother jujitsu. 9. I might. Depends. Like, only eat 9. So whenever my family calls me.
Okay, well, I mean, like you could always join back in, you know.
Oh, sick. Yeah, if you guys are still on by then.
Okay.
We have the rest of the night.
Yeah.
I would like to keep it going, but if we keep it going longer, then like the next time you want to run a podcast, it's gonna feel like
we're gonna try to figure out. We're gonna struggle to try to figure out like what we're gonna talk about.
Yeah, I think if we do make this regular, we could just shoot for an hour minute.
Exactly.
We don't have to do super long.
Well, we got like 5 more minutes, so.
Hey Josh,
what's up?
My little brother stepped in a little bit ago. He wants to event with the doo-doo gun.
Oh, the doo-doo gun. I had the drop on Jaden, and I had the doo-doo gun. And he just annihilated me because he had a much better paintball gun than I did.
Oh my god. So did I tell you? Okay, so I legitimately made a John rage quit from that game.
I think 2 times now.
Yeah, 2 times.
Oh, damn, you too, John. That made me rage so hard one time. Oh my!
So this was on Arsenal, and
Arsenal.
So Arsenal, it's basically like gun game.
That made me so mad.
And if you get knifed, you get demoted to the last weapon. Now Josh has been really struggling with this one weapon, and he finally got a kill, and he was so happy about that. So naturally, what I decided to do was I decided to target him with nothing but my knife, and it worked.
That made me just put away all my things. Like
that was like part 1. I did that one more time, and then you got mad at me again. And I said,
wait!
All right, Josh, I'll tell you what. I won't knife you ever again. But the last kill requires you to get a knife kill, and that's when I'm gonna target you one last time. And he's like, okay, fine. And I had like 5 more kills to get to that knife anyway, so I just kept playing as normal. And within like, I want to say, maybe 45, like maybe 30 seconds later, maybe 45, I managed to get I was at the last kill, and I just needed to get a knife kill. So I'm ignoring everyone unless I saw Josh. And I mean, like, I've died like 5 times just searching for him. And
that's
by some
exactly
miracle,
what he did.
by some miracle, I found him. And I said, hey, Josh. He said, what? And then, boom, knife kill. And I did the default dance on him. And, next thing I know, I heard him leave the Discord chat. I saw him leave Roblox. I said, hey, Josh, you okay? You okay? And then I just heard him leave the Discord chat. And I'm like, yeah, he rage quit. I didn't hear back from him until like a few days later.
Oh my! I was even. Oh my! That made me so mad. Okay, to be partially honest, the reason why I didn't talk for days was a combination of busyness and me just still being pissed from that game.
I know.
You destroy a man's will to live.
Oh no, he hasn't done that yet.
And making some terrible.
Anyway, so
Keyword is
Yeah.
yet.
I can't think of other times where we're at. Actually, no, I can think of. I think that was the only time you legitimately made me rage quit.
Yeah. I pissed you off several other times, and I still need to get
You
back.
pissed me off. Well, I mean, the nut. Okay, so the first nut shot. You have to agree that was pretty reasonable.
Yes, and I did everything in my power to prevent you from getting sent up to the office for
Yeah,
assaulting
thank you,
another
Ed.
student.
Thank you, Ed. You really saved my future. I know. I still appreciate you for that, but the second one, okay, that was it was unreasonable, unaccidentable, unreasonable, unjustified. I'll
Yeah.
take. Honestly, at this point, I'll just take both of them.
No. Like I said, I'm gonna get you back once because that second one was purely an accident. I can't really like accidents happen. I'm not gonna go against you. The first one, on the other hand, though, you went for my nuts.
Oh, that one was with malintent.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
one-
That's why I'm gonna get back at you for that one. The second one, though, like it was an accident. I'm not gonna hold it against you.
okay.
All right, guys. I gotta eat dinner. I'll be back.
Hold on, John. Wait, a few more seconds. Just wait a few more seconds.
Okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, this concludes the 1 hour stream. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.